Good afternoon to all you lovely people out there watching Dota 2 on a Sunday afternoon. My name is Ashley and I'll be bringing you through the games for today. So, we're from the Female Esports League and all these are female players and they will be, battling it out in the group stages for a top 4 spot. At least a spot in the top 4. And basically what that means is that they'll progress to the playoffs. So yesterday we saw Group A and we actually had the qualifiers already for the Group A. So let's just move on to the table. And if you take a look at the table over here, right? That's going to come up real soon. We've got Pacific Pink, Valor Esports, Witches, and Frosty Fire who have made it to the top 4. So Team Go, if you notice, like Go and Frosty Fire, they actually have the same number of wins and losses, but according to tournament rules, it depends on the game timing, and unfortunately for Go, they had a longer game timing to win the game basically. So as a result, Frosty Fire will qualify over Go. So Pacific Pink from Group A, that will be Pacific Pink, Valor Esports, Witches, and Frosty Fire. So today we're gonna deal with Group B and we're gonna see who makes it there. So currently, top of the table, we've got Asterisk, Elite, Steelwolves, and Queens of Apocalypse. We're gonna see if Bosun Lynx and Bellonas, they can actually, push their way to the top. See how they can inch their way into that top 4. And so they are literally fighting for their tournament lives right now, especially because the next game that I'm gonna be bringing you will be between Bellonas and the Steelwolves. Let's see if the Bellonas can secure themselves a top 4 position to make it for the Bellonas and Steelwolves here. Alright, so standard annoying heroes being banned out, Sand King, Night Stalker. This seems to be the norm for a lot of teams here to start banning out the offlaner and actually wanting to pick, and then obviously picking your supports first. And I think this Koto pick, I think Koto is just annoying. He's the most annoying hero in the game right now. Okay, Blinding Light, Chakra Magic, he's out. There's nothing on that old man that is not annoying, and it's a pain in the butt to deal with him. Fortunately, Steel Wolves, they're gonna be picking a life stealer who doesn't entirely care too much about magic damage or any kind of magic interference to begin with, because he has innate magic resistance. I'm sorry, magic spell immunity. So that's going to be kind of nice, but he will suffer a little bit in lane against the Tide Hunter, which should be going off lane, and should give this lifestealer a difficult time for sure. So we'll see how that works out for lifestealer here. Okay, let's just take a look at the other bands that are going pretty quickly actually. So you've got pretty insane team fight right now for Bellonas. I think maybe Steel Wolves might look to find a combo breaker of sorts, I suppose. Somebody who's able to allow them to disengage, something like maybe a Centaur. Centaur might be great, for initiation and disengaging as well. So the other one would be a Winter Wyvern, but right now I don't think the Winter Wyvern fits into Steel Wolves in lineup at all. So we'll see what they want to pick from here. They're gonna go for a Leshrac, which takes a lot of objectives. It takes a lot of tower objectives in that sense. Is able to rotate around. Is a decent strong mid, unless they want to run it as position 4, which is an option for them for sure. They could run it as position 4. It could be a mid. It's flexible that way. We'll see how the draft goes on. So that is pretty terrifying team fight right now for the side of Bellonas, but of course the Rubik able to steal a lot of good spells. If he manages to steal Will-O-Wisp, that would be pretty insane. Yeah, that's pretty. Will-O-Wisp, when I play with my friends, basically refer to it as the white hole, black hole kind of thing. So you have black hole in Enigma, right? And so you've got Koto with the white hole. And I think I've played this lineup before with black hole, Koto, and Crystal Maiden. So basically the insane AoE and just the inability to disengage whatsoever. Alright, so Instead of going for the Centaur, they are going for the Pangolier, which is basically immune to the spells that, so far, at least in Rolling Thunder form, he will be immune to a lot of the spells coming out from the side of Bellonas. And generally a strong laner, except for maybe the first two levels. I think he suffers a little bit, but with a little bit of help from his support, he's going to be, wow, what is this pick? Venomancer here. Um, right. Are we going to go with like a core Venomancer here? Or like core Venomancer and then, I mean, I haven't seen that in ages. I think like at least what, two, no, more than two patches back, at least four patches back, I think, that we saw core Venomancers going, I think it was, I think you just go straight into Athos, Veil, Athos, and Spirit Vessel, yeah, I think Veil, Athos, Spirit Vessel, Agonyms. It is as filthy as it sounds. Okay, Venomancer has the spell in the game that deals the most magic. The spell in the game that deals the most magic damage. You know, you just press one button and that amount of magic damage that comes out is ridiculous. I think the number is like 12,000. Yeah, I think it's 12,000. Or 1200. Yeah, 12,000 magic damage, I think. But of course it's in an AoE lah. And the fact is that it is not lethal, meaning that if you are just affected by the alt, you won't die, you will tick down to 1. So I guess that's balanced in that sense. Okay, so a last pick Lycan for the Bellonas. I cannot say I agree with this too much because they have lockdown, but very little. They kind of have Leshrac stun and then a lockdown that isn't an ultimate, you know. I mean, are you gonna wait for them to run their chakra magic, you know, run and stun themselves, you know, when they are being when they've got mana leak on them. You're going to have to build the disable onto them. So I could see the Leshrac, the Venomancer getting that Rod of Athos, and then yeah, allowing the Lycan and his little zoo or his little army to just run at you and get the job done. Okay, so they finish off their draft with Zeus. Okay, I presume this is going to be a mid lane Zeus versus. I really don't know where this Venomancer works out, honestly. Yeah. Okay, I really don't know where this Venomancer works out or comes from. But we'll see how they lane this in the end. Draft wise, I think I'm leaning towards Steelwolves for sure. They just have generally all round, you know, a good mix of physical and magical damage as well as good disables. And I mean, generally, like you just cannot go wrong when you have disables on your lineup you know. Especially like okay, if you, I mean, I can see maybe where they're going for Bellonas. They want to go for a large team fight, like get together and kind of fight. But the lanes are not the um I don't feel they are super strong. This Lycan doesn't lane super well, can get zoned out quite easily. This Venomancer as well is a strong laner, but I don't think it's going to be a core Venomancer, so yeah, it's probably not a core Venomancer. I think Leshrac should go mid instead, right? Levels on a Leshrac should be quite impressive. I will be quite more effective for sure. Does that mean sounds going through yours? Fantastic. Alright. It's fixed. Okay, now let's see if I have my... Oh, we got the zoom in issues again, huh? Alright. A little pause coming out. Hold on, let me just check if I've changed my settings. Yes, I have. Alright. So stay gold, no items at all. Let me see. I can't. Yeah, stay gold should be going mid for sure. Vayne is. Wait, is that a mid Lycan? Oh no 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 no! We've got the zoom in issues again. Okay, you know what? Just gonna disconnect my mouse for a bit, and then I'm gonna go back in, and then we see how it goes. Okay. Okay. Oh, now we're super zoomed out. Tidehunter going to the off lane, lots of regen here. Keeper of the Light. Yeah, it's going to be a mid Lycan actually. And a mid Zeus, yes. We kind of figured that. Mid Zeus, off lane, safe lane, Life Stealer, off lane Pangolier, Ogre Magi, and Rubik going to the off lane, Ogre Magi is going to the safe lane. Yeah. Mid Lycan! So it's going to be a... What? I really don't know. Okay, I have to see Leshrek's items first. I think Venomancer might be position 4 here? Or who's going to be the position 4? I really don't know. Let's see who was the ward purchased by. Bellonas, Tanya, let's see. Tanya is the Keeper of the Light. No, that doesn't solve my question. That doesn't help. The ward is Tanya pretty... okay. Phone died, player cams, right. So, the thing, you know, sometimes you got a lot of pauses in the game because the girls actually have player cams on them. So, they are required to, you know, show that they are the ones playing the games. And yeah, so we know for sure that these girls are the ones who are giving us, you know, these Dota games here. Okay, so you know what, let's just run through all the heroes, all the players rather, on the teams. So we've got Stay Gold on this Leshrek, whom I have no idea you know, where is Leshrek going. P on the Tidehunter, who's going to the offlane, Sayonara on the Venomancer, and we've got Tanya on the Keeper of the Light. It's going to be very, very annoying. I'm thankful that, you know, Keeper of the Light is on the Radiant and not on my enemy team. Vayne, who will be playing the Lycan, and on the Life Stealer here, we've got Ming playing, yeah, Life Stealer. Got lots of regen, going for a Quelling Blade in a bit. Pangolier will be played by Kakesu? Yeah, Kakesu. I'm gonna have to apologize in advance for butchering a lot of the names. Ogre Magi will be played by Captain, KPTN? Captain? Captain? Yeah, Captain, I suppose. The Rubik will be played by... Rubik? Hello? Rubik will be played by Kezumi. And Zeus will be played by Shinra, going mid lane 3 Ironwood branches. Not entirely sure if Lycan will be able to deal with the burst coming out from there. He doesn't have a stick queued up. Does he think that he'll be going up against a Pangolier? I'm not entirely sure. Not enough regen for sure. Not against a Zeus. Zeus, you could, depends on, you know, whether he goes Bolt or Arc Lightning. It's going to deal a lot of damage still to Lycan, who will probably go Feral Impulse first. Yeah, Feral Impulse and then Wolves. Going in for a Helm of Dominator. Let's see, we go for the Lycan Aghanims build. So the Lycan Aghanims build, what happens is that you actually get... hold on, let me just change my camera. So you actually get... right, camera speed, okay. So you actually get wolves that spawn in any one of the 3 waves, and yeah, you get 3 wolves. So they spawn there, and basically that wave will obviously push out a lot more because of the number of wolves that you have. You cannot control the wolves, but they do push pretty fast, and I think they lane, basically they are, the level of the wolves are the same level as your wolves. So if you got level 4 wolves, obviously, which you should be getting, then basically you have, what do you call it? You get level 4 except no, they're not invisible. They don't turn invisible. So yeah, right, that's pretty strong. So you get lanes pushing out all the time. Imagine if you have like a Lycan, you manage to run like a Lycan Drow thing kind of, so your lanes are gonna be always pushed in, no matter what. Yeah, okay. Let's just take a look at some cosmetics here since, well, you know, while we're waiting. Leshrek's got really fancy hair. Fancy sword to batch as well. What items are these? This is a... Oh, it's a crown, right? I think from this year's one? Oh, I didn't know. Look, yeah, this year's TI, I think. Huh. The crown is pretty nice. This weapon is kind of nice, but it's not as fancy as I hoped it'd be. Not too bad, not too bad. I'll give it like a 7 upon 10. Then if you look at, let's see, Venomancer. It's a naked Venomancer, no comments whatsoever. Everybody should be wearing clothes. Should not be coming to a match completely naked. Lycan is like completely covered. What on earth is this? Okay, so this is an immortal. Again, it's this year's immortals. How come I don't? Oh wait, I do have this. Yeah, I do have this. I think I just don't equip it. And that's why I don't recognize it. So, and then he's just gonna. Okay, the helmet's alright, I suppose. The gloves are really nice. The form. Oh, so basically he has the shapeshift one, which is that's going to be pretty cool to see in action, as well as the wolves. So the wolves look slightly different here. Okay, this should be nice to see, especially knowing that Vayne is probably going to, you know, hit level 6 really soon, so we'll get to see shapeshift and a whole bunch of other wolves. Alright, so Tide Hunter, Standard Anchor, and your... what is... Tide Hunter, you okay? You... might be on drugs, maybe? I'm not sure. Don't do drugs, kids. Doesn't do good things to you. Alright. Look again. Oh, sorry. No, that's not it. Here. Wanna see the Tide Hunter's items. Yeah, it's just a hit and all that. So, nah! 2 upon 10. Okay, Leshrac went through. Keeper of the Light. Keeper of the Light has nothing as well. Naked Keeper of the Light. No comments. Okay, Lifestealer here. Yeah, definitely has a set. Do you know, it actually triggers me that I don't understand why Life... Ooh, sorry. Let's go back here. I don't understand why Lifestealer has a tail. It's like, he's not a dog. So he has the arms, the immortal arms. Yeah, that's kind of standard. He doesn't have the gold immortal arms though. So, well, sorry, 5 out of 10 here. The gold ones are way nicer for sure. Yeah. So I don't understand why Lifestealer has a tail, but sometimes he does. And what is with their jaws? What's going on? Tide Hunter has it too? You have it too? Is it some disease? Is it contagious? I wouldn't know. Look, Pangolier. Oh, okay. Pangolier is just winking at me and moving his jaw, but it doesn't look like turrets or anything, so seems good. Anyway, Pangolier is decked out. Oops, oops, oops. I keep pressing the wrong button. Pangolier is pretty decked out here. Look at this fancy, fancy mythical coat of the Windward Rogue. Seems good. It looks brilliant. Like, it looks fancy. Ultra fancy. He's got the hat, the fancy hat as well. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the set, right? I'm loving the set. I think right now, like, it's like a 9 upon 10 or a 10 upon 10 for me, almost. Probably a 9 upon 10 because, you know, no glittery golden particle things. Yeah, but pretty good. So far, Pangolier, top of the table. We're doing very well for himself. Okay, let's look at the Rubik. This is a really interesting Rubik set. Right, the Immortal, sorry, the Arcana. Yeah, Arcana is always a good thing. Arcana progress here. Stolen, look at all the stuff that she's stolen. So, Kazumi, very serious about, you know, her Rubik here has the Arcana. We could be looking to get a very interesting Rubik game, and that might make me go, you know, FY who? Yeah, so we're gonna see about it. Okay. Rubik, pretty well done. I think pretty Rubik give 9 out of 10. For sure. Hold on. Let's move on to the last one, who is Zeus. Hold on, I can't get out of this. Alright, Zeus here. Well, they only has the lightning bolt, but the lightning bolt is pretty expensive. And the shield. Alright, the lightning bolt and the shield. Yeah, the shield is kind of nice. This lightning bolt, though, I think is something like $150 here. I'm not sure. Hi, Mr. Producer. Could you help me with something, please? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, and then now we're going to be heading into the game itself. So for you, those of you who just tuned in, My name is Ashley and I'll be taking you through the games for today for the Female Esports League. Alright, so we've just come off a long-ish pause and we will be, heading into the game itself between Bellonas and Steelwolves. Yeah, oops, not buyback here. I don't want to look at your buybacks. So we've got the Leshrac going into the off lane. Okay, so yeah, has the Ring of Basilius is going into the off lane, and it will be a Venomancer core. It's gonna be a Venomancer core, guys. It's a core Venomancer. What on earth? Because they decided to lane the Lycan mid. So, huh. Well, I'll be damned. We should be in for an interesting game. This will be a best of one, okay? Because subsequently, once we head into the playoffs, those will be best of three. So in best of ones, what happens is that players can actually like cheese their way, through a lot of different strats. So we could see, teams could go for Meeple strats, Husker strats, Broodmother strats. Filthy Broodmother strats, and yeah, that will not be an issue because it's a best of one. Alright, so Venomous Gale out. It's gonna hit onto the Rubik, pick him up, drop down the Venomancer, but he does manage to get the rune in the end, taking a lot of damage, and now Blinding Light coming out from the Kotal. How is that ever balanced? Alright, so that comes out to... Wait a minute, where's the last rune going to? That's going to be... 2 runes apiece? 2 runes aside, yeah, 2 runes apiece, okay. Alright, so it's going to be a tri-lane here, a Pangolier, Rubik, and Ogre against a Venomancer, who is a strong laner, like I mentioned, because of, Poison Sting dealing a lot of damage and just slows coming up. But at the same time, when you have 3 people here, and all these 3 people are generally very, very strong laners, and the fact is that Venomancer has very low starting damage, does not have a point in Poison Sting, so it's going to be a little bit of a problem. And right now we're looking at the Kotal getting zoned out by this Ogre, who is going to body block the camp right now with, at minute 1, so it doesn't even need a ward to do that, it just uses his fat body to go ahead at it. Alright, so it's going to be a solo lifestealer actually, already with a ward drop behind the tower here. And yeah, I think lifestealer might suffer a little bit against a Tidehunter. The fact is that, Anchor Smash is going to be very, very problematic. Deals damage, reduces your attack damage as well. Yeah, so this is just a pain in the butt to deal with. You see, Ming already dropping very, very low. There's a salve and many tangles to chew through, but it's still gonna be, very annoying for any melee hero to lane against a Tidehunter. And you've got Stay Gold as well, going in and poking at Ming, just annoying the crap out of Ming. It's unfortunate. So we've got very interesting. I've never seen this matchup in my life before. Okay, Lycan versus a Zeus. But I mean, that's the beautiful thing about Dota, right, is the fact that you can have, you're gonna watch, tons and tons of games, but you just never ever see the same outcome, even if it's the same draft, because going for different items, going for different movements around the map, you can change things so easily. Okay, so Lycan doing incredibly well for herself, actually. 12-3 compared to the 8-0 for the Zeus. Yeah, Lycan with incredible base damage as well as Feral Impulse, and right now she's got level 2 Wolves. Going for a DD rune top that's going to further her advantage in this lane.
Double damage.
Ogre not getting the pulls off yet. No, not the right timing. It's gonna come up here to support this lifestealer a little bit, who's been struggling. Tidehunter sitting at the top of the net worth 12-5 as compared to just the 5 last hits of the lifestealer. I mean, it was kind of predicted that this Tidehunter tends to dominate lanes against any kind of melee hero, or any range hero that's got really short got really short range as well. Alright, DD Rune is going to bring her last hits up to 14. Zeus is 12 right now, suffering a little bit, but Zeus, with pretty good right click animation, is going to be able to right click pretty well, but just that Zeus is hard. Alright, lanes are slightly boring right now. I expected a little bit more action from this tri-lane here. Sorry, from this lane over here, but it turns out, that the Ogre went top, so not so much action going on. And now that Venomancer has a point, 1-1-1, going for the 1-1-1 build, might feed a little bit of gold to the plague, through the plague wards, but I think we'll be just fine. Let's just take a look at top lane. It looks to be a bit more exciting. Stay Gold trying to bait out trying to get a stun. onto the life stealer and just make the life very, very difficult. The ward is going to spot the pull, and it is going to be successful. But so the reason why, okay, I think it was a double pull. Yeah, it was a stack camp here. This child doesn't belong to this family here. This child doesn't belong to this family here, but it's okay. They welcome him with loving arms and tell them to be part of my Stormcrafter family here, the Happy Stormcrafter family. Okay, they do get a stun, a split off onto the Ogre, but Ogre is pretty strong and now deraged up, and Open Wound Seigo is going to be taking a lot of damage, but Diabolic Edict is still doing a lot, and even more so. The Anchor Smash is going to smash, well, literally smash Ming for a bit. They do get the creep wave back here. Yeah, the equilibrium is a little bit, has been restored a little bit after all the action going on back and forth. Lycan, you know, dropping a little low in the mid lane, still opting not to go for a stick of any sorts against the Zeus. Let's see how that pays off, because see, my goodness, Vayne chopping very, very low. Will be regenerating for 7.2, but that's still, you know, a lot of damage. Oh no, we actually missed a kill at top lane here, but I think Ogre going for that rune and then, you know, resulting in her death. So it was not worth, because she didn't get the rune either. So yeah, she didn't get the rune. So that's gotta be a feels bad. Caught out of position. Ogre was already very low. So that's just, you know, the way things are. Okay, right now they're going to try to go on the Tidehunter, but he is slowed down. He's going to Anchor Smash, and that's going to be end of it. Split Earth catches onto Ming. Ming is going to rage away. Will he be able to beat her down? One last click from that. Nope, the staff actually is going to go through the stun out right now. Now Stay Gold taking a lot of damage from the tower. That's a lot of hits. One more hit, two more hits. Is she going to solve through it? Oh my goodness, living on just 6 HP. Woo, calculated Stay Gold. So I think Stay Gold, right, is from what do you call it? I think it's a reference to the book The Outsiders, and I really like that book. So if it is, right, if it is, okay, Leshrac, you my man, you my woman right now. I mean, not man, woman. Yeah, it's a lovely book. You guys, you should check out The Outsiders. It's a very nice Bildungsroman, I suppose, a growing up kind of novel about how, you know, life can be really difficult living as one of the less privileged ones. But before we talk about less privileged people, let's talk about Sayonara getting beat up right now by this Pangolier and the Rubik right now. We're dealing a lot of damage to him, but Sayonara dropping the wall. Oh, okay, Zeus coming in. It gets a double kill actually. No, not double kill, sorry. It is Kizumi who gets the kill instead. But Zeus showing up, you know, timely to take down both the Venomancer as well as the Kotal. But the problem is, once Zeus leaves the lane, well, Lycan does Lycan things and, you know, just goes forward and takes the tower. And there's going to be a very big chunk of map control that the Radiant will assert on, you know, the other side on the Dire, because mid lane allows you access to basically this side here or to go this side here, and yeah, it's a tower you don't want to give up anytime soon. This ward is going to spot out that placement of the ward for sure, and yeah. So they're actually dealing very well against the Venomancer, who is not quite as strong as, you know, I guess maybe just in the meta. Normally, I think a Venomancer is pretty strong, but the fact is that, you know, she put 2 points into Plague Ward, which I don't quite agree with. I prefer more points in Poison Sting and in Venomous Gale, because I think the wards are basically for farming purposes, but she wants to fight for sure. So that is not something that I completely agree with. Chakra Magic as well as the Venomous Gale are going to deal a lot of damage to Kakisu. Kakisu is going to be just fine, has the help of the Rubik. Rubik lifts up, the Venomancer drops him down. Kakisu will be very, very low, does have stick charges, doesn't have much regen anymore. Instead, you know, going to look at the Tidehunter, because being dived under the tower, gets stunned up by the Ogre. Looks like the P will be going down to the last hit from Ming. The Zeus ult is there, you know, just to try to secure the kill. Kill secured. Oh, okay, but instead, bot lane, we see the Venomancer go down again. Venomancer was already very, very low. Doesn't look like this core Venomancer is paying off for but the Bellonas. Steelwolves, they strike back real hard. Alright, so Lycan popping the wolf form goes in towards the Ming, the life stealer. Will she be able to run her down in the end with her pack of wolves? Remember that she does have already the Helm of Dominator, and yeah, Ming goes down to that rotation from Vayne here. So Zeus getting a kill bot, you know, also results in the Lycan coming here bot and getting a kill as well as a tower conversion. So that's the important thing, right? You don't just get the kill, but you take an objective as well. So Vayne already with the rotations, but you know, there is a pretty decently long cooldown on Shapeshift right now at level 1. It's 110 seconds, so she wants to quickly level that up. Already has the Helm of Dominator, and they're beating down real hard upon this tower with the help of Stay Gold and Diabolic Edict. Doesn't have, you know, max Diabolic Edict. Oh, Pangolier shows here, pops out with the Lifestealer as well, but the Ravage is popped already, you know, but it doesn't really do too much because they don't have much to follow up. Zeus is here as well, takes down Stay Gold in the end, and P has to back herself out there. Pangolier is going to channel the Rolling Thunder, run after P as well, and looks like the entire team is here. That is a huge amount of space for the Venomancer at bot lane. Back out, Koddle. You don't want to be part of this. You're just level 4, you don't have anything you can control to really contribute right now. So that's going to be a lot of space for Sayonara, you know, who's got the Arcane Boots going into a mech. So this is not your traditional, or this is not your usual position 1 carry, you know. Going for something tanky like a mech doesn't really increase the damage output, but maybe the fact is that Venomancer is not quite your, it's not quite the main hero to be focusing on. You know, Venomancer is just an annoying distraction here. The rail carries are your Lycan and your Tidehunter probably, and even the you know, the pushing power of the Leshrac here, having almost maxed out the Diabolic Edict, and you look at that, all the tier 1s are falling, have gone already. The tier 1s are all down, and it's just 10 minutes in the game. That is a lot of map control. Wow. So it doesn't seem like their lanes worked out too well. Oh, sorry. It didn't seem like the Venomancer lane worked out well, but the fact is that every other lane worked out well. That's just to hold that thought, because we're going to go into another huge fight. Kazumi going to go down immediately, I think, on the other side to the army right now, but Wu Pangolier bashing in. It's going to take down the Leshrac as well, so that's going to be fine. But Vayne right now has to run herself away because she's very, very low. But Zeus actually very low. Chakra Magic out, going to stun herself up, and now the entire army is going to beat down upon Zeus. Zeus is going to go down in the end, killing spree going the way of Vayne, as well as that Pangolier. My goodness, Vayne's army cannot be stopped. It's scarier than the army of the day, and right now she's just going in for the tier 2s. This looks like a really quick game, honestly. If the towers are dropping like flies. That's a tier 2 down. 11 minutes in the game. That is the power of a Lycan with Helm of Dominator. Doesn't even have the Necro books yet. That is just terrifying. Alright, so they're gonna spot out P in the jungle. P, I'm not sure what you're doing there, but P is probably gonna be just fine, even though there's a Rubik in the neighborhood. Pick him up, put him down, but he's a big, strong boy. And what can the Dire really do to slow down the pace of the game? Because the fact is that they do take some time to come online. You know, it's not that the draft is very, very slow or anything. It's just that the Radiant, they are playing it so fast paced here. Looks like they want to go for this mid lane again. Vayne already has Shapeshift off cooldown, I believe. Oh, 20 seconds time, right? Mana Leak onto Shinra here on that Zeus. Gonna be so annoying because, you know, Kotal, infinite mana, but also takes your mana. What a selfish guy. P is kind of low though. That's going for a Vlad. I really like that pickup right now because it does synergize very well with the entire lineup. And the fact that, you know, they're gonna go YOLO and just, you know, want to go crazy and really fast here. But P really needs to get some, come on, just anchor smash a bit. You're gonna get some life, yeah. Alright, so they're moving in, they do have Ravage, they Shapeshift and everything is really looks like a big fight is going to break out. Lifestealer is not with the team here. Vayne is going to Shapeshift in the trees, and Tanya taking a lot of damage, will be going down immediately. Ravage is popped, it does hit onto 2. They're going to go for the Zeus in the background right now, and Zeus, it looks like to be going down immediately. The entire army, they're going to lift the Zeus up, but the entire army still chases after Shinra. Shinra will be going down in the end. Yes, it does. They lose 3 heroes though on the side of the Radiant though. So TP out immediately from the Venomancer, makes it home, and Lycan will just run herself away, you know. I don't think that was very, very worth. They don't really get the tower. They chase the Zeus almost all the way to the tier 4s. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a messy fight, and nice. There was a nice what do you call it? Counter initiation from Kakisu on that Pangolier, so allowed them to get that 3 kills on the Kotal as well as the Leshrac and the Tidehunter. I think Kotal didn't drop the ult, so that would have been a bit of questionable plays there. Alright, but now instead they're gonna go and farm up for a little bit. wait for Ravage to come off cooldown. They do have the white hole in terms of the Will-O-Wisp. Who did they find in the jungle? They actually found the Lifestealer. They're going to blast him off. Yeah, he's got no mana to work with. That's a 6 stick charges. He's trying to build towards the phase boots. Very, very poor on the Lifestealer, to be honest. Level 10 as compared to... hold on, it was the same thing Venom, so it's level 7. Okay, so he's doing a lot better. But you know what? It's not doing so well. Their towers are not doing so well. Kakesu trying to do her best right now. She does pop the white hole in the end. It's going to catch up to 2. Kakesu is going to be caught in the white hole. So no, pushes herself up with the swashbuckle in the end. The tower does go down, remember, but Venomancer as well drops. But the Venomancer already, you know, dropped the out as well. Will be going down in the end to Bells. Bells so strong. Go forward. Doesn't quite have the Ravage. Will be going down in the end to Kakesu on that Pangolier. And right now, Lycan, angry. Big boy Lycan coming in. Going forward. Gets chomped down onto Kizumi. But you know what? There's a lot of damage onto Vayne coming off on the Pangolier. And that will dissuade the Lycan from going in forward. Alright, so... Whew. Lycan already now has the Necronomicons. It's going to be able to push really fast. They did lose the tier 1 here, so... but the fact is that this is the only tower remaining at coming to 1 before 15 minutes in the game. That's insane! Okay? That does not happen like normally. Alright, so the wolves are scouting out, you know, movement and all that and trying to intercept. See, I'm not sure where the wolves are going to, but normally you can use the level 4 wolves to scout a little bit. And that's going to give you, you know, a lot of information as to what is going on the map. Now, Pangolier already has the Maelstrom going for a pipe here. I do like the pipe a lot. It does very well against the Venomancer. But the issue is, you know, I don't know if they can fight quick enough because Lifestealer is not really in fighting shape anytime soon. Is going for the Radiance, but I don't know. When will the Lycan reach? You know, basically what Lycan will have. Sorry, the Lifestealer will have Radiance. What by the time your tier 3s are down, and once the tier 3s are down, that means no shrines and very difficult to access Roshan from there. So it's gonna be an issue. All right, they've got Will-O-Wisp up. They've got Ravage and Shapeshift as well coming up soon. So probably the Radiant wants to take a fight very, very soon. No points in static view for Zeus at all, huh? Okay, I think it's not very necessary. Looks like they'll be transitioning top right now. They do see Bells. And everybody else is heading over with the exception of the Pangolier. I think Pangolier should be part of the fight though. I think the reason why they've been winning is solely because the Pangolier has been getting beautiful outs. And right now Bells is going to be taking be a lot of damage coming out. The white hole is being popped by Kotal right now. But no, the Ravage is slightly off the mark. It could have saved the Kotal, but it's not enough right now. And what did Rubik steal actually? Rubik steals Gush in the end, doesn't steal Ravage. Now the entire team coming over. Kakesu is going to show up as well. Big boy Pangolier coming through. Pangolier, sorry, the Venomancer drops immediately, rolls in onwards now here, but they're going to take down the Ogre. Vayne on a mega kill streak. Now Gold is going to try, Seagull is going to try to battle it out in the end out here, but I think it's going to go down in the end. And let's look at the Lycan over here, is dropping very, very low, still running around like a crazy mad dog. Now, Vayne, get yourself out of there. You're pretty low. You're going to go die to a zap. And now Kizumi is going to go down to the end. Escapes. Just a little bit of health. Woof. Tidehunter has respawned already. And wait, did Tidehunter even go down at all? No, I don't think Tidehunter went down, sorry. Tidehunter didn't go down at all, yeah. Yeah, Tidehunter is gonna be just fine. Big boy Tidehunter. Big girl, big boy. I don't know. And that was a pretty convincing fight by the Dire actually. Zeus does go down in the end, but you know, Zeus has been dying left, right, center to the Lycan. Lycan doing a good job of taking out that Zeus, but you know, the thing about Lycan is that Lycan does fall off a bit once the Lifestealer comes online, and Lifestealer is just 1,000 gold away from that relic. So it's a pretty late Radiance, not gonna lie. But well, Ming is doing her best, and I suppose that's all that matters, right? So Pangolier really doing a good job with the outs, rolling in, causing so much chaos, and just able to take down the backlines here. So I think just now the problem was that when Koto dropped the white hole, the Ravage was just perhaps a millisecond too late. It definitely could have saved the Koto there, and Koto being very, very annoying, trying to going for the illuminates, the blinding light as well. Alright, but anyway, the Dire, they're gonna be smoked up, they're gonna be going into the jungle. They know that a lot of the spells are off cooldown, and let's see who they're gonna find. So leading the charge is the Rubik with a haste rune. They're gonna go on towards the Venomancer right now. They're gonna spit on her, throw a lot of magic damage on, lift her up, put her down. There's a very dead Venomancer at the end, and the Pinks go for mid lane because they know that 5 heroes are all inside of the Radiant here. Captain, barely making it to the fray, doesn't even get any chunk of the EXP anymore. Alright, so Lycan is gonna go for mid lane here. Is there a glyph? Yeah, the glyph, it doesn't even matter. The TPs come in, but there is no more tower anymore. Pangolia is going to come forward. Channel the out, gets rooted up, stunned up, and oh my goodness, there is Kakisu, the one who is doing really well actually going in. Oh my goodness, and now Lycan just goes for the mid tier 3 and forcing the Pangolia back immediately. But the tower already dropping down to below half health. They pop the Will-O-Wisp right now. Throw back! Oh my god, it looks like they threw back the Zeus over there. And this is gonna give them permission to go to high ground because Zeus doesn't have buyback. I mean, sure, Kakisu she might have, her Rolling Thunder, but you do need the Zeus to be dealing a lot of damage. And what on earth is this game? 19 minutes, going for the Rex. Alright, the Rolling Thunder going through, lift up right now, crashes through everybody. They're driving, it's not really Asian driver coming through. She's clearly very great at this. It looks like Tanya might be going down in the end. She pops the stick, and that'll be the melee Rex gone already. And wow, the Radiant Profit. I'm gonna say I much prefer the Dire draft, but the thing is that the Radiant, they are moving so incredibly fast. There is a relic on the Lifestealer already, but it is 20 minutes in the game. I don't know if the Lifestealer can sustain against this crazy Lycan, This is still Lycan's game all the way, and Lycan with, this is my favorite creep by the way, the Dark Troll Summoner. Gonna stun up, it's gonna be very, very easy for them to take down anybody right now because of the root. So yeah, this is amazing. Alright, we've got a pause coming out, technical issues again. So they've got Ravage coming up soon, and I think this is the time for the Dire to make some plays here, honestly, because they know Ravage is on cooldown, Will-O-Wisp is on cooldown as well, Shapeshift is actually up soon already because level 3, yeah, level 2, sorry. And they went for the cooldown reduction as well on the talent, so that reduces her her Shapeshift to just 70 seconds, just over a minute, which is it's gonna sync up very nicely with the rest of the team here, I suppose. Yeah, so she can use Shapeshift twice before Ravage is up. Will-O-Wisp cooldown is 120 seconds, so use twice as well. Yeah, so wards are dropped very deep in their base as well, but Azu should scout that out in a bit. To take down the shrines immediately. This is the most valuable shrine here because it's one that makes Roshan very accessible. Next shrine you want to go for is here. And just complete objective gaming from the side of the Radiant. But you know what? Even though it's objective gaming, right, if you look at the net worth here, it's just 2k difference. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot. Okay? And I suppose that is because the Lifestealer has been farming up quite the storm, and the Pangolia as well has been getting a lot of kills and all that kind of thing. So these two, I think they're holding the fray right now. As you can see, the Pangolia and the Lifestealer are at the top of the net worth. Lycan obviously eclipsing everybody, 11k net worth as compared to the 9 of the Lifestealer. But Lifestealer does have a Radiance coming on. I'm just not so sure it will be so effective right now because they're just going crazy, and I think Kotal and the Venomancer as well as the Leshrac are going to give Lifestealer a very, very hard time. So we're going to have to see how this works out for them. But my goodness, draft alone, right, is one thing, guys. But, when you want to see how the draft actually plays out, you have to watch the game. And that's why, we have games like this, right? Okay, just completely subverting expectations here, and I'm just like, what is going on? I I thought I knew Dota, but I don't actually. Insane push strat coming up from the Bellonas here against Steelwolves. And if you've just tuned in, my name is Ashley, and I'm from the Female Esports League here. I'll be bringing you the games, this week, next week, and finally when we go into the offline event, I suppose. I think it's going to be a LAN event, and it's going to be really exciting because we've got all the the best teams in the league right now coming together and playing in an offline event. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. So now, I feel this weird affinity to the girls because I've been following them through their journey. I've watched them and so I know their names. I don't really know them. I see their pictures sometimes, but I don't know them in real life. So yeah, so I feel this weird affinity for them that I wanna I'm invested in them and I wanna get to know them. And similarly, once you start watching these games on like a regular basis, I suppose that's where you start supporting your players that are maybe not quite in the tier 1 scene, but the fact is that the tier 2 and the tier 3 scene and Dota is also very important because that is what is going to ensure the growth of your scene, right? The growth doesn't come from the top, which is obviously very, very well developed already. I mean, you have TI, you've got these majors and minors and all that. So these teams are all like tier 1, maybe tier 1.5 to 2 or something like that. But yeah, this is the scene here that we really need to support, and the tier 2, the tier 3 scene here, to encourage, especially female players, right? We've got sexism that is normally rampant in esports, but come on, encourage these girls to play and to step out and just give them the little push. And that's, maybe we might see a female competing at TI. I mean, TI isn't a gender thing, right? Or esports, or rather gender doesn't play such a big doesn't play such a big part in determining whether you are a good esports athlete or not. Alright. So, on that little rant there, let's take a look at what Dota Buff has to say. I really don't know what Dota Buff has to say, okay? Because I think it should have been in the Dire's favor. But now as we're approaching, okay, let's see. They need to end the game before 30 minutes because Lycan will fall off and Lifestealer will get another item and that will make Lifestealer much stronger. So Lycan they need to end the game very, very soon. So right now, I think Dota Buff still favors the Radiant, but the longer the game goes, it will go into Dire's favor. Okay, let's look. 63% chance on the Radiant, so it's high, but it's not super, super, super high. See, the Dire still stand a fighting chance for sure. Okay, but it is on this Lifestealer's back because the Zeus keeps getting taken out. Only has a Veil and Aether Lens to her name. 7.2k net worth only for your mid lane Zeus, by the way, at 20 minutes in the game. That's basically support numbers, okay? That's not where you want your mid lane Zeus to be at, but that's still going to be the case because Zeus keeps getting run down by the Lycan. Nowhere near the Aghanim Scepter at all. Pangolier and the Lifestealer have got a lot of heavy lifting to do here. They're gonna have to, they're gonna have to put the team on their shoulders and really carry them, and then just offer them a Panadol later on because their back might hurt from carrying the team. But that's what friends are for, right? Like you're a team, and then you carry your friends. Okay, let's see. Kotal going for the Aghanims. No, not anytime soon. Nowhere near the Aghanims. Bot lane is pushing in quite a bit, and nobody is dealing anything too much about it. Kizumi waiting in the trees, afraid that somebody might come. Hello, bot lane, guys. Pay attention to this lane. It's taking a lot of damage. Are they going to go for Roshan, I suppose? So, yeah, Roshan is definitely the next objective you want to take before the next high ground push. So what tends to happen is that, as Roshan is being taken or the preparation for Roshan goes, this lane actually always pushes in because this is the tower that is furthest away from Roshan. So it's either, this tower that gets pushed in here, or it is tier 2 over here that gets pushed in. So what you always want to do is to make sure that, to maybe reduce suspicion of the fact that, you're doing Roshan, make sure that this bottom lane here is always pushed out. But it looks like they won't be going for Roshan. This might be a mistake. They seem to be just approaching high ground right now. Shapeshift is popped as well, and all the units, all the army from Lycan is going to go forward. Light Hole is popped. It catches onto one, the Rubik as well. Rubik doesn't manage to steal anything. The tower is dropping very, very low. Vayne is getting stunned up. Zeus is trying to deal a lot of damage, but okay, they have fortification right now. Now they're going to back up for a bit. Now they don't have the Kotal out anymore, okay, but they do still have Ravage, and Tidehunter is waiting to pop it right now. The tower is going to drop. It's going to make their high ground a little bit easier. Wait, there's a channel of the ulti from the Pangolier with the the infested life stealer as well. Goes forward. Is he going to kick up P? No, P is going to get out in time, but looks like the Leshrac will be the sacrificial lamb in the end. And it is actually the Lycan who goes to bottom lane, trying to rat himself away. Doesn't have the shapeshift right now. Will she be able to get anything done? Will she be able to get out? Pangolier will be chasing, but she's kind of slowed down by the ignite. It's burning up like a little doggy. Is this the time where Vayne goes down? She has the ogre hot on her heels. She's gonna pop the wolves and turn instead and go on to Kakesu. Kakesu is not as strong as she thinks she is, and Vayne will just, you know, eat up the creep wave. So they do manage to take a tier 3. They lose the Leshrac for that. They do pop the Koto ulti, but I think they can reset in a little bit. 16 seconds to shapeshift again, and 54 seconds to the Koto ult. So Zeus managing to deal a bit of damage right now, you know, standing in the background, didn't get run down, so that was a good amount of damage being dealt by the Zeus. So if you look at the win percentage again, you see it's dropped even further right now. So every time they fail a push, there is going to be time for the Dire to come online. If you look at the items on the Lifestealer is already going for an armlet here. And that will allow him, you know, that little bit of sustain to go up high ground. So they do still have Ravage. Remember that they don't have Koto out, but I don't think it's the most important. And now Ming is going to go forward and rage up aggressively. The ult is being channeled by the Cure, but the Pangolier is going to roll in. Rolling Thunder is going to hit on to the Venomancer. Forward, does have the grease, but he's not going to be able to get anything off. Yes, now the Sayonara. Well, Sayonara to you. But you know what? It's just distraction because Lycan ratting away at top manages to get away with this. This is just distraction. Sacrificing teammates to get rags. Is it worth? I say worth. Nothing of value was lost, you know. Venomancer is honestly like, look at it. Nothing of value, literally 8k net worth. Okay. So Dota buff again. Look, and then the win percentage just jumps again. 63% to 37%. But you know what? The Dire, again, I will say, they have a fighting chance. I'm not trying to be biased here. I'm not trying to make things even here, okay? But now they are standing on their their last leg of rags, or last leg. They're standing on their last legs here. This final lane of rags here is going to go down. Oh, but actually bot lane here, dominating Ming actually takes down the P on that Tidehunter. Tidehunter does still have Ravage, so it's pretty strong. We'll be going for a Solar Crest. I'm surprised nobody went for a 4-staff actually. 4-staff against, you know, Pangolier, Lifestealer. Yeah, those are pretty good spells. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty darn good items to get. Or Lifesteal, sorry, 4-staff is just generally such a good item to get for any kind of support, or even cores can get what do you call that? Can get 4-staffs. I played a game yesterday where every single person on my team went 4-staffs, and we were basically trying to save each other from the Lifestealer, and it was insane. Everybody just kept pushing around and kiting the poor Lifestealer, and I felt sorry for the poor guy. But yeah, that was nice, you know, everybody going for 4-staffs. So rare. Alright, mid lane again, they are ready. Remember that now they have all the ults up. Okay, wait, no, they don't have the Lycan Shapeshift, but they will still take down the Ogre. 2 hits, no brain. They pop down the Will-O-Wisp right now, and Sayonara is being delivered up. Oh my goodness, the Will-O-Wisp is controlling all of them. Now Kakisu doesn't have a lot of mana. The Shapeshift is gonna run them down. Will she be able to run down the Pangolier in the end? She's gonna be counter around. Ravage pop doesn't really hit onto anybody. Oh no, that's a disaster. Ming does have a lot of you know, it's going to turn and fight right now, but she's not super strong. She doesn't really have any friends. Ogre does buyback in the end. And well, that's going to be the end of the fight for a bit. They're going to try and reset. Will they go for another lane of Rise? They don't have all the big outs right now, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a cooldown time for them. Ooh, but you know what they could also do? The thing is that Stay Gold could also be ratting, you know, because of the fact that she has the Hyperbolic Edict. That is so dirty, honestly. Okay, come on. Go for Roshan, guys. Come on, guys. Go for Roshan. Yeah, the call is to go for Roshan. Gush goes out. And they're going to try and take down the big man now here, because it's going to be able to allow them to get the Aegis. And the second life that is going to be more helpful. But it looks like they will back out for a bit, because they do see the Dire coming in. So they've got to probably get a pick off first, but they do know. See, now they do know that Zeus is not there. Zeus does have. Oh, Zeus has only one more item to the Aghanim Scepter, and that's going to be a pain in the butt for them to deal with, because nobody on the side of the Radiant have BKBs. And now they'll be making their way smoked up again towards that bot lane of Rex here because they know that this top lane is pushing in. Oh my goodness, is it going to be a red? Channeling the Spirit of Alliance, they're going to go in. Do they have shapeshift? Yes, they have shapeshift. Everything is ready. They're going to go forward and pop down here. Now the TP comes in from the Zeus. Fortification is popped as well, but Vayne going in forward, gonna go to a Shinra. Shinra is gonna be, oh my goodness, there's so much damage, gonna zone her completely right now. And now the entirety of the Dire, they're gonna come in from the background right now. The tower has yet to drop actually, and now Pangolier coming in with the out. They won't be able to drop anything, 6 seconds to the Kotal out. They have Ravage coming up. Okay, right, Ming is gonna go forward right now. The Grease is gonna go off right now, but oh no, the Kotal goes down before able to get the out. Oh wait, no, she does get the out, okay, but now Sayonara has to back herself off. The Lycan is still back herself off immediately already. Okay, will Stego be anyone? There'll be no more casualties actually. Well, Bells actually. Oh, right around the corner. Doesn't quite get it. Run away! Run away, Tidehunter. Taunt. They get the tower again. Okay, and deal quite a significant amount of damage to the range Rex, which does not regenerate. Oh, what does DOTA buff say again? 70%, 30%? Okay, so the percentage has dropped a little bit. Yeah, it's dropped a little bit here. But yeah, so I think they can wait for them to respawn and then go for the Rex again. So I don't entirely agree with this Guardian Grease on the Venomancer. I would have much preferred it on the Tidehunter because it makes Tidehunter so much tankier. And Tidehunter can hold that Ravage for a very, very long time. But putting it on the Venomancer, who still gets taken out in the end. And now she's finally going for the Aghanim Scepter. I might have preferred Sayonara going for a Rod of Atos into the Aghanim Scepter as well as the Spirit Vessel here. And a Veil as well, where a Veil seems good. Synergizes very nicely with the Leshrac and the Kotal. And I think they have to do, they have a way of, getting the wards down, guys. Come on. This ward isn't going to spot out them, but this ward is completely watching them farm all the way here. Now the bottom Rex actually, oh my goodness, the Lycan does go down. Monster kill streak, trying to take down the Rex by herself. And finally, look at the 1 dot of health of the range on the range barracks. She does give her life for it, it doesn't have buyback, but now the Radiant will be, the Dire will be confined to their base for a very, very long time. Deny the Rex? Nah, they're not gonna deny the Rex. So they're gonna ping out the runes, 30-minute runes coming up soon. DOTA buff is 78% right now. Okay, it's gone up sharply by, that Lycan giving her life for the Rex. She will be back very soon and will have shapeshift. And I think in the end, just get the D-wards out, guys. Come on. It's triggering me that you're not gonna get the D-wards here. My goodness, look at how the game has gone, man. It was, it's dropped so far. It was actually, they were never very far ahead. So the drop was, it could have always tilted in their favor. Ogre finally has the Midas. I've been watching the Ogre work on the Midas for the longest time. Alright, so who knew? Bellonas channeling the spirit of TI3 Alliance here. Alright, so they look like they're gonna find Ming on that on the Lifestealer here. Will they be able to catch her out? Remember that she's alone. She's gonna rage TP out, and there's not really anything they can do about it because they have nothing that pierces spell immunity. Well, what will Lycan be going for next actually? Lycan is somewhat maxed out already, so it went for a pipe of her own as well. So they've actually got 2 pipes, one on the Tidehunter and one on the Lycan. I don't entirely agree with this. Sort of because I think Lycan should be going for damage dealing and basically maybe something like the Abyssal to take down the Zeus for sure, or even the Lifestealer. So you look at the kills, right? It's 12 to 20. It's 12 to 22, right? It's just because the Radiant just haven't been taking fights. They've just been pushing. They've just been pushing like mad. So I don't think now. Okay, so now the thing is that you've got your last range Rex here, right? Normally you want to start a distraction somewhere else and then let somebody take this Rex here, so you don't throw everybody's tower, don't throw all the bodies at it. But Lycan doesn't care. Lycan's gonna pop the shapeshift, gonna go forward, and it's gonna be the end of that Rex right now. Mega Creeps is gonna be out for the Radiant, and now they're gonna pop the Ravage as well as the Will-O-Wisp right now. It's gonna deal a lot of damage, but still not enough. Will-O-Wisp is gonna control up the 2 of them right now, but Ming is dropping very low. It's gonna go out for P. P is gonna drop immediately, but has popped the Ravage. Stego is also gonna go down, and there's gonna be 3 heroes from the Radiant dead. But would he be able to do anything else? Tanya's gonna pop herself up, but nope. Zeus is able to get the lightning mode on her and takes her out, and Lycan is going to be the sole survivor from that engagement, but they do have Mega Creeps right now. Alright, Okay, so I'm gonna call this right now. If they fail the next push, okay? If they fail the next push, that's the end of it. Because I think the Dire, they are kind of equipped to deal with mega creeps. And normally for teams who are not able to close out their game with, even with mega creeps, that is usually like a sign that you basically, you were not that strong to begin with and you kind of got cheesed upon, which is what is going to happen. Oh my goodness, I think Ogre's just going to die to the creeps. Hello? Ogre, 2 hits, no brain. And now they're going to be pushing in aggressively to bot lane. Backdoor protection be damn desolator as well as the armlet of the armlet on that lifestealer. They will at least take down, some of the money off the map. And now Zeus will be, pretty key in dealing with the mega creeps here. So Roshan does go down to the Radiant. Who will it go to actually? Lycan doesn't want it. Yeah, it's gonna go to Sayonara on the Venomancer. Alright. So all the ults are off cooldown, except for the Kotal and the Venomancer. It looks like they want to hit up high ground and they want to take a fight. So I much prefer the Aegis to not be on Lycan, solely because Lycan has a shapeshift form, right? And so basically with any heroes that do this kind of like shapeshift things, so you have Lycan, you've got, what's the shapeshift things? Dragon Knight, you've got, let me think, who else has it? Okay, so these two off the top of my Pangolia probably as well. So they depend a lot on their ults to deal damage or to basically be useful in fights. And what happens is that when you have that kind of when you're so reliant on your ult, when you come back with your Aegis, you actually don't have the capability to be in a fight, and actually the Aegis is somewhat wasted on you then. All right. So let's just take a look at the buybacks, which is really important right now. We need more on the Radiant, and actually the Radiant don't have any buybacks. If they want to go for this fight, they really want to be careful about taking this fight. It looks to be very split up as they're going to go forward. Lycan has popped the shapeshift. It's going to go in with the little army here, but it's not able to focus down anybody. Lifehood is popped. They just catch on 2. They're going to find the Lycan, lift him up, put him down, but in the end, is Ogre going to be going down, and Ogre does have a buyback actually. He's going to buyback immediately, goes forward. The Pangolia dealing a lot of damage. The Ravage actually that's clip onto 2. The Zeus at the background right now, but Zeus is still very, very far back. Going to be very safe. Now they're going to force off themselves back. Stolen Ravage from the Rubik is going to clip onto the Kotal. Kotal looks like he's going to be the sacrificial lamb in the end. And they're going to, this is going to catch out the Leshrac actually. Leshrac is going to get taken down as well. Not just the only sacrificial lamb on Kotal, but the little pony is going to be sacrificed as well. Venomancer goes down in the background to the Zeus on this side here. And will they be chasing for more in the end? Zeus so low, but not going to be able to get out. Not going to be able to die in the end. Now Venomancer is also going to be taken down in the end. Doesn't matter that, she got the... Doesn't matter if she has the Aegis or not. Sayonara is going to drop, and the tier 4 was barely touched, and that was basically Aegis. That was an Aegis push here. So this is what I mean by, if they fail the next push, it is going to be very hard for them. Let's see if DOTA agrees with me. DOTA doesn't agree with me. So yes, okay, but you know what? We'll see how this goes here, because I think right now Ming is incredibly scary. She has a Basher going to have going to go for the heart soon. And I have faith in this Dire team, honestly, that, if they are able to win a couple more engagements, if you look at the... Hold on, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. So you look at the net worth and the XP, right? It's actually all in the Dire's favor here. So, while it looks really bad for them in terms of their base, because, they basically have got no more base anymore. No more racks, still got the tier 4s. Tier 4s barely took any damage in that fight, so... that's going to be fine. They got an Ogre, but the Ogre has buyback. And I think what they need to do is basically, they just need to get their buybacks up. So, look, Lycan has a buyback, but I think you need the buyback on the Tidehunter and the Kotal. Yeah, the Tidehunter and the Kotal are honestly very, very, very important right now. They really need to have that buyback to be able to TP in. Of course, they don't even have boots of travel because they're not even that rich after all. Or maybe the Leshrac could also just, start focusing down towers with the Diabolic Edict. It doesn't always have to be the Lycan show right now, because I think Lycan needs a little help from defense. The Venomancer as well with the Plague Wards, could be slow chipping away at least at the towers. And let's see how much damage they can get. They could have gotten a lot more damage instead of running after the heroes, because the Dire, they split up very nicely. The Zeus was, all the way at the back, had a very, very low health, but, lives in the end. So... it works out for them. So right now, paying for playing for late game here, or rather, in Mega Creep's situation here, it's a whole new different ball game, and sometimes you really need to be very level-headed, and you need a clear call from your captain to be able to carry out, to be able to sail the ship through safely here. So yes, they really, really need to be very careful about this. Even though it's Mega Creeps, okay, for the Radiant, it doesn't mean they've won the game. Because XP and net worth, they don't have a lot of items on them. It is only heavily stacked on the Lycan here. If you look at the net worth, in fact, oh, look at that. So the the life stealer has already eclipsed the Lycan in terms of net worth. So this is what I mean, like life stealer will get to that point where she is terrifying and she will start dealing a lot of damage, and it doesn't matter if the Radiant have got their mega creeps already. Alright, so we're gonna see if this is gonna be a mega creeps comeback. If it is, I called it, okay? Here and now. If it is, I called it. Alright, so Lifestealer going for a heart instead. Maybe preferred an Abyssal, but she's very, very strong, very tanky already. And they're just gonna be pushing out the lanes even more. Mega creeps things. Or will they need wait for the next Roshan to be up? Roshan may be up in 5 minutes time, so that's a very, very long time. And there are no more objectives to be taken on the map actually. Will-O-Wisp is up in 22 seconds, as is the Venomancer ult. Let's see if they just go straight for it. Alright, so if you're just tuning into this stream here, this is the Female Esports League Dota 2, and my name is Ashley Rita Wong. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, if you like my casting, if you think that it's funny, if you wanna maybe just hang out or want to talk about Dota, I'll be there on these platforms here. Alright, so we're heading into this game between Bellonas and Steelwolves. Remember that they are fighting for a top 4 position in their groups here, because only the top 4 will make it to the playoffs, which will be happening next week. Okay, so playoffs, if you don't make it to the top 4, then sorry, that's the end of your tournament life. Yeah, so here you go. These girls are fighting all out for it, and Bellonas, pulling an amazing, an amazing execution of a draft right out there. I don't know where they pulled it out from, because I have not seen such serious alliance channeling of the alliance spirit for a very long time. And right now, okay, looks like they're gonna be pressuring in the top lane here, while the Lycan goes in from the bot. So this is just distraction here, guys, okay? This is just distraction. Let's see if they're actually aware of this. Yes, they're now heading towards the Lycan, but on this side as well, they've got incredible pushing power in the form of Stay Gold on that Leshrac. Leshrac is they're gonna inch forward right now, having taken down the creeps, and Kakesu is gonna go forward. They're gonna take a fight. They drop down the Nimbus on top of them, but it's gonna be a lot of damage now. There's gonna be a stun out onto Bel's P. The Pangolin is going crazy in the background. The Finlight Stealer is gonna pop out in the end, but you know what? Bel's is going crazy in the background, going down for the Zeus. Zeus is gonna go down in the end, does not have a buyback, and right now, but in the end, the Tidehunter goes down as well. Kezumi, the last hit is going to go down in the end. Killing spree on Vayne right now, takes him down. Rubik does have a buyback, it's going to come back down. Kakesu no longer has any more Rolling Thunder, and that's actually going to be a very, very big problem. They actually root up the little Venomancer. Venomancer is going to 4-star forward, does have Raindrop to take away a bit of the Radiance here, and chip damage onto the tier 4s, but that's about it. Will they be going in for more? Lycan does no longer have Shapeshift, does have the BKB. I do like the BKB pickup a lot. It's going to be very, very helpful. Ming is super, super strong now. 6k net worth advantage for the Dire. She changed the items actually. She's going for a an Assault QS instead, and I do like the pickup a lot more than a Heart, because it's going to basically reduce the armor of the side of the Radiant, and it's going to make it a lot easier to chomp them down. Not that they already have a lot of armor, but you know what Lycan says? Lycan says wolves need no armor. So well, Lycan has basically chosen Bobo. Bobo is going to go together with Vayne, and we'll see what Vayne is able to achieve out of all of this again. So they do have Ravage in about a minute and just over a minute's time, so they're gonna have to wait reset. Roshan not up yet. No, maybe respawn in 2 minutes again. This is gonna take a long fight, man. What does Dota Buff say again? 8%! Dota Buff, you are a non-believer here. What do I pay you for? Huh? Alright, so Lifestealer almost gonna be level 25. I think the 1% feast damage lifesteal might be the one that she goes for. It's gonna enable her to do a lot of damage now. Okay. Ogre didn't go for the gold talent, probably beating herself up for it. Would have been a worth game to go for a gold talent. Zeus is gonna be 2020 only actually. 15% cooldown reduction. Okay, let's look at Rubik here. Rubik not gonna be hitting anything anytime soon. Going for 4 staff instead. Pangolier level 20 as well. 20 strength, very strong. It's going to go for a Shivas next. Okay. Alright. See what I mean by the Dire are, you know, defending the Mega Creeps fine. Mega Creeps, yes, they don't leave their base, but they do take very convincing fights in their base. Alright, so now all the ultimates on the side of the Radiant, they are up, and there is also a DD rune on the Lycan. He pops the shapeshift, gonna go in. The rest of the team are all going out. Oh my goodness, what happened to my camera? Now she's going to go in, pops the Howl as well. It doesn't really care, it's gonna be running crazy. Where is the BKB, Lycan? Hello? BKB popped, and they're going straight for the towers. The towers have Crimson Guard. They do take down the left track in the background. Now Rolling Thunder is going on forward right now, but you know what? It is Vayne going crazy, going forward again. But you know, also on the other hand, now Ming gets a bash immediately onto the Venomancer. Venomancer does get 4 star forward and glimmered up as well. She will be going down in the end. So again, they're not going to be able to get too much out of this. Now Tanya is going to be TPing herself out from under the nose of that Lifestealer. So they do get a bit of damage onto the tower again, but you know, they lose the Venomancer and the Leshrac as well. Leshrac does need to watch for the better positioning actually. Just needs to, you know, Leshrac could deal a lot of damage to that tower, but just not in the right position, keeps getting caught out. They lose that Ogre again, but you know, Ogre not the biggest deal honestly. What a game. So we actually had Mega Creeps before 30, I think around 30 minutes, okay? And they've been defending Mega Creeps for about, what, coming to 12 minutes right now. Mega Creeps really don't matter in the grand scheme of things, especially when you're able to hold this long. They just need to take, you know, another convincing fight. As long as the Radiant, you know, they're able to force out buybacks on the Radiant, but the Radiant do have more buybacks right now. They do have buybacks on everybody, actually, except the Lycan. Lycan went for a Nullifier. I really like the... Oh my goodness, Lycan is playing out of her mind. She has, you know, adapted her items from just the complete pushing build right now, and it's going into that BKB Nullifier here. It's going to stop them from getting 4 staffs off, going to stop them from getting Glimmer Capes and everything, and all the other items off, you know. Yeah, it's going to enable her to take down the Rubik much easier, as well as the Pangolier maybe, or even the Lifestealer. Alright, they're gonna find the Lycan. Lycan doesn't have BKB, he's gonna get stunned up for a bit, but you know, it is the Rubik who is taking a lot of damage going forward. She is muted and taken down immediately. Vayne, unstoppable. And now they're pinging out Roshan. Roshan, the big man, has respawned with Aegis and Cheese. So remember that this gives her a second life. Yes, gives them a second life as well as a lot of HP and mana. 2,500 health and 1,500 mana. Alright, so they're gonna make quick work of Roshan because, you know, he is not very strong in the grand scheme of things right now. And they'll be making that push again to that base, you know, to get that elusive win that has evaded them for the past 12 minutes after they got Mega Creeps. Normally in most games, okay, when you get Mega Creeps, that means like, okay, you win, you know, you're basically, the game is in the bag. This game is not in the bag. Although DOTA buff says so. You see, Dire still has a fighting chance. Okay, I'm very optimistic right now, but I really think the Dire can do it. Because I don't think, you know, this run at you strat is the best thing ever. Okay, Lycan has popped the shapeshift in the background again. Just to watch Lycan, you know, for a bit here. She's gonna run in immediately with the wolves as well. You know, she just hit level 25. They're gonna go for the tower immediately and take down at 1 tier 4. But in the background, everybody's going down. The Ravage is popped as well, but it doesn't really do any much damage because now Lungi Sayonara pops the cheese. It's gonna go up to full health right now, and Sayonara is gonna be slowed down still and going down in the end. Lycan in the background is gonna be running away. The Leshrac is gonna go down in the end. It did have the Aegis, remember? Okay, so well, but at the same time, you know, the creeps are dealing a lot of damage to the tower right now. Tier 4 is gonna go down in the end, and yes, Tier 4 does go down. The throne is exposed. Lycan has lost a life to Ming on the Steelwolves. I'm sorry, the Ancient is a lot more interesting to watch right now because, well, that's the aim of the game, right? The defense of the Ancient, so... and mind you, there are no buybacks on the Venomancer as well as the Lycan. So now, you see, they're going to head down mid lane. I don't think they'll be able to take more than maybe a tier 3 at maximum. But they do have Tanya. You know, Tanya is a... Well, what was that? Okay, so she is able to probably defend with Illuminate as well as Chakra Magic and Blinding Light, but they will be taking down this tower. You know, they don't really care about backdoor protection because they will be able to eat through it just like that. Okay, so they're gonna actually... Did they glyph that? Did they glyph that? No, they didn't glyph that, sorry. And now they'll be heading into the tier 4. Lycan has no buyback, Venomancer, and the rest of them, they're going to have to stage a comeback here. Or will they be able to do anything? Because right now, they're going to be chopping on the tier 4, the tier 3s right now. Ogre looks to be going down immediately. Captain is going to go down. And as well as the Kotal, actually. Kotal does have a buyback immediately. Kotal should probably use it. Ogre does buyback immediately. Stego is popping really low. Fateball going to put an end to her life right now. And now Sayonara pops it out as well. Is going to be able to pull her down. But she still Plague Wards in the end. But I think, you know, Keizumi is going to be going down in the end. Ming is going to be around. But, you know, she's going to be very low. Doesn't have any more friends. Rage TP out. Kakisu is going to TP out as well. And that will be the end of it. They do take the tier 3, like I said. But that's the end of it. It does open up shrines for them, though. Dota Buff, what do you say? Win percentage, see? Down to 22%. They just need to win 2 more fights, I think. 2 more fights. And force the buyback out from Lycan. Lycan, just make sure that you know you've got buyback. She's got 950 gold to buyback right now. And yeah, as long as she has buyback, she's going to be fine. Backpack the pipe, actually. I don't think the pipe is the one that is going to kill her. She just pop shift again. Is going to go in forward and look at chase down. Tries to take down Ming right now. She's going to be able to nullify her right now. Yo, the Nimbus is dropped down and Vayne should back out immediately. Ming has no more mana, actually. No more mana to range at all, but she doesn't have friends in the background. She does have an Ogre right now. She's muted up. They're going to try and take down the... Oh my goodness. Lycan is going to go down in the end. They're going to turn and eat up that wolf for breakfast. Sayonara going to pop in the background right now, but she's too squishy. She's going to go down as well. Lycan, no buyback, by the way. Ming is probably gonna she's not gonna die too. She's not gonna die because remember that Poison Nova doesn't actually deal fatal damage, so she'll be just fine. Gonna rage up and, you know, eat up some creeps and be just fine. I'm not entirely sure what that move was by the Lycan. No buyback, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure. And right now, you know, the Dire, they are 13k net worth lead ahead. So questionable place, you know. Trying to go in for that Lifestealer. I don't think the Lycan is a match for the Lifestealer at this point in time. Lifestealer already has that Assault Cuirass and the Abyssal Blade. I think, you know, it is the Lifestealer who should go for the Lycan instead. Find that doggy, lock him down, put it on a leash, and, you know, walk the dog back home. Show him who's boss here. This is the boss here. You're walking back to his ancient. And now they themselves will be going down mid. Zeus has been left back in base to defend. Zeus should be fine with that. Glimmer Cape is going to be, you know, forcing them away. They're going to take the... Oh, they're going to try to chase after the Kotal, but Kotal's super speedy, riding a horse, of course. You know, going to make it very fast, but they're going to make a beeline straight for the Rex. They do have Glyph up right now, which you're going to use. So there is backdoor with protection, actually, so they shouldn't be too worried right now. But, you know, Ming dealing so much damage to the Rex. They're already going to have to give up this lane of Rex. Or sure, they both do pop the light hole, but, you know, Ming is going to rage up and just hit down the Rex down there. Okay, Stego trying to do a lot of damage, but I think Stego is going to go down in the end. Has no force staff, nothing else to defend her. Sayonara has popped the BKB right now, but it's going to be a lane of Rex. There's going to be this arm on it. Kekisu is going to roll in with the Rolling Thunder as well. And right now, there's going to be a Lash Strike going down. So the Kotal going down as well. And right now, they're going to go instead on Kekisu. Kekisu is super strong. Let's have that Shiva's guard going out right now. But Ming going absolutely crazy right now. They do take a lane of Rex, and it's going to be a very, very successful win for the Dire because... but okay, at the same time, in the base, Lycan is going to pop the BKB and he's trying to go try to win off all the creeps. Oh, creeps on H to go take out the H. Oh my goodness, what is this game? Great distraction, guys. Great distraction. I was distracted too. Okay. That was insane, guys. That was absolutely insane. I hope you caught that game because that was an exciting game to watch, no doubt. I mean, you look at the win percentage. Okay. The win percentage doesn't even tell the story. Let's be honest about this. Okay. This is ridiculous. The XP, the net worth were all in favor of the Dire here. And the Radiant, and even then the win percentage was in their favor here. So can you see, oh my goodness, my brain, it hurts. Lycan, let's look at the amount of damage that Lycan dealt here. Okay, building damage, 20k building damage. Hero damage, just 31. Look at Ming, Ming was obviously, I think I think Kakisu would have been my MVP for sure. All right, I'm gonna have to take a breather after this. I hope you guys, you know, oh my goodness, what a game! That's amazing. All right, I'm gonna have to take a break right now, and well, the game has been amazing so far. We still got 3 more games coming up, so we're going to go to a 10-minute break. Oh wait, hold on. I think the games will be between Queens of Apocalypse, Aggressive Angels, and there'll be a Family Fatale as well as Asterisk. And then last but not least, we've got Elite versus Steelwolves. So those are the games for today. I'm going to be taking a break right now. I have to wrap my head around that game for a bit, and I will see you in about 10 minutes time.